Yeah, Moose doesn't.
Well, Moose does whatever it wants.
True. So great. It'll just stand up, and I'm going, oh, and mute you, oh, and mute you. There's race control. I tried to use it on my wife, and I already sushi didn't work. So you need to. Are you trying to eat me? Are you trying to order more?
You were trying to mind control your right leg.
No, it's not mind control.
Well, it doesn't help when you're moving your fingers in like a pitching position at the same time. They sort of figure that out. Yeah.
I just did it.
All right. So our order is the android. Then, well, this will be the order when initiative comes up. You can take your free round in whatever order you like, but it'll be the android, the whisperer, Max the tank, the nerd, then the dogs, then Adam, Nick Fury, and then finally the soldiers. So you rolled very well, and you get the free drop. So whoever wants to take first action can make action.
I'm going to fly up into the air, kind of out of the range of the lights.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I don't know how close I need to be to identify the triggers on the guns.
Well, the lights give off a radius of about 50 feet.
Okay.
But they're not pointed upwards, so that's your advantage. You've got fairly decent vision. You can probably see from 60 feet the trigger.
Sonar.
Yeah.
I don't know if my sonar can help me identify where the trigger on the gun is.
So it's a challenge.
I want it to be unobtrusive.
Yeah.
If I just take the trigger, they likely won't notice. If I make the barrel disappear,
What if
they
you
might see
swing
that.
the barrel a little tighter?
Can't do that.
It's gonna be fun.
So you think you can see them. You may have to actually fly. Like, you could probably do 2 turrets at a time to get close enough. You don't think you can do all the turrets at once?
Yeah. I'll find one side, do 2 of them. Then I'll either fly up and over or around, somewhere out of the center of the lights. Staying out of the lights, go around the other side and make the other 2 triggers. I will turn them into oxygen.
All right. So your first turn you can knock off 2, and then the next turn you can knock off the second 2. So the question I have for you is, which 2 are you focusing on first?
I will focus on the northern 2.
Okay. So the one in the front and the one in the back to the north.
Okay.
All right. Very good. I'm going to need some rolls for matter conversion, and also I'm going to need 2 rolls, but I'm also going to need an agility roll. And this is going to represent your stealth. I mean, if you get a green or better, and the fact that you're guided at night and you've got night vision because you are a bat, I'm giving you a +3 to this. So it's only a white result that would be that might tip off a guard.
Okay. What do you want first?
I think you're going to have to do the agility roll, the stealth roll first, with a +3.
Don't be the great American hero.
Do you want to put any karma into this? Okay.
So it's remarkable. Remarkable +3.
So you're monstrous. So don't get less than 21.
43.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You are soaring through the air, and they have no idea to even look up. And now let's do 2 matter conversion rolls to see how you make out.
Matter conversion.
And this is a green.
77.
You need to be a 31 to get green or better. So the trigger on the first turret has just evaporated into oxygen. There's the slightest whiff of air, like a little breeze. The guard pays no attention to it whatsoever.
He looks at the guard and goes, "Really? Really?" Didn't I tell you about this?
That also comes as my power stunt yellow.
Oh, you got yellow?
I need 2 more greens before I
Get a +1 shift permanent.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the second one though. +10 karma on this one.
You sure?
Yes, from the pool that I. No, I have that. First.
You sure?
Yes, +10 karma.
Okay.
43 instead of 53.
It's a success, I believe. It's a green.
Okay.
And there's another slight breeze as a vacuum appears around or not a vacuum, as the trigger turns into oxygen, and a significant amount of oxygen appears. Yeah, a bunch of oxygen appears, causing sort of a breeze. But don't worry, it's nothing. It's actually a welcome desert breeze. The guard who's in that turret was muttering about the fact that he didn't have air conditioning, and it felt nice for a few seconds. You have knocked out, rendered ineffective, 2 of the turrets.
Nice.
So you got movement. That was your movement and action, and you could do like either a minor or a free action.
I tell I say, all right, The northern two are out. I'm going to try to circle around to the south now.
Okay. And I need to know, why don't you place yourself where you're going to be?
Where I did the first one, or where?
After you've done the second one, I think you're probably in the top right-hand corner somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking at... This is really hard.
You might want to move your initiative tracker to the right corner. Yeah.
That's me here, right?
Yep, that's you. I'm thinking you're somewhere on the right-hand side. Yeah, well, we'll just say you're close enough.
I'm planning on being, like, out of the way around this area.
Okay, alright. We'll keep you there for now, but we understand that you're farther out.
No.
Alright, good work. Who's next?
That'd be me.
Well, imagine you guys would be cool.
I think we're just going to hold until we get to do the end.
How's that going to work?
Maybe both because we're not really giving any surprise, we're not acting.
Alright, what I will do is I'll let you keep your rolls, but I would put one check for the guards to see if they notice the bat before he takes another stab at it. You're good.
Okay. I'm going to circle around.
Alright.
Get an area, and then you got to give it all at once.
You know, making sure to stay out of the range. I'm not emitting any light.
So you're rolling.
No, you're not.
Staying out of the range of the lights. I can tell from here.
Oh, you should move the tracker again.
I don't know how well these lights extend, but I'm getting, roughly the same distance away out of the range of the light.
They're 50 feet-ish.
Yeah.
And you can use this, maybe I only have access to this, but let's see.
I could even vibrate the whole thing and stuff goes under 100 pounds.
Listen,
Everybody has to do something.
Yeah, so that's 20 feet, actually. You'd have to be a little...
okay, I don't know.
But I assume you're going up.
Move me where I...
But I think aren't you going 50 feet above it anyways?
Yeah, I'm also...
You know how we're going to get in?
Yeah, exactly. So, alright, that's fine. That's fine.
So do I need to do another roll check?
You do.
Okay.
You have to get in a little bit to have this happen.
Oh, 53. Cool. 53.
Okay, that's going to succeed on the green.
Yeah.
At a monstrous.
Yep. Oh no, that was a skill. Agility check. I also have to mark off 2 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Each of this is a minimum of 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Now do the northeastern tower, or the one at the southeastern tower.
Okay.
The one farthest from the gate.
Okay.
6.
Oh. Tim Karma would not have, it would have prevented a critical failure, because 1 to 10 is critical. Okay, so, here's what happens. You succeed in converting the trigger, but you do not convert it into oxygen. Instead, you convert it into, what is appropriate? Water. And,
Hey, you know what? I screwed up real bad.
oh, you're right, it's not an element. I need an element. How about a what's a gaseous element? Argon,
Sulfur, chlorine.
is there an explosive gaseous element?
Chlorine, sulfur, you spell out immediately.
It's saying like I don't know.
Neither of those three are good options.
Yeah.
Chlorine, you don't want to
Brush our teeth with ion.
You have turned it into fluorine. 1 pound of fluorine. That means that there is probably a good 15-foot radius around the tower that is now poisonous, and you hear a guard shout out for just the briefest of moments, and he falls from the top of the tower.
Now, do I know that I converted?
Is there anything I can do about it, or do I need to do about moving?
You know it wasn't what you wanted.
Wait, is there anything I can do about silencing the fall?
Make an agility check. You're on hold. Everybody's on hold, so you can get in.
Alright, we're going to get it fast.
I mean, we're obviously watching this and making sure everyone's 72 on a remarkable.
That's a yellow.
That's remarkable.
Oh, and by the way, you guys hear?
Oh, you rolled a 72 on Remarkable?
Oh shit.
Yellow.
Yeah, you are able to apply 1 action before he falls to the ground. Alright, you have roll your sound manipulation. I don't know if it's going to be successful. 79, success. You have kept his shouting out in his death throw from being heard by the rest of the camp.
Oh, death throw!
And you've also muffled the sound of his body hitting the ground.
I think I need some poisonous gas, guys.
Should I have those things for dinner?
Would you guys like me to vibrate him so nobody sees him underneath the earth?
Maybe.
Well, you know what?
Please,
No.
we're being
We're going.
Yeah, we gotta go. Well, action's done now.
Well, yeah, your action is done. However, you did roll towards the top of the init order, so when the init starts, you can get in. But you guys the rest of you are on hold. You have the nerd, we have Nick Fury, we have Max, and we have the android. What are you guys doing?
Can you take the last trigger out first?
Oh yeah, you still have one more action, that's true. Sorry.
That is an 82.
That is definitely going to succeed.
Yeah, that's probably yellow, unfortunately.
Okay. So now you've disabled all four. Just an unfortunate, unintended consequence.
Wait, Ryan feels really, really bad.
Sound. You have 1,500 feet. Yeah, and you're well within that. That's like a quarter of a mile.
My wings and beat my wings and just try and like dissipate whatever I need.
Okay, so new plan. Max is taking Andy in.
All the guns are out.
Max is taking Andy in. Andy's going to address the fluoride. I'm going to try to run and see if I can overcharge the light bulbs. Just go to search.
You are going to have a slight problem with overcharging the light bulbs, right? Because your power is not ranged. You're going to have to touch something that is connected to the light bulbs.
Like what, one of the light bulbs?
Like one of the other light bulbs, precisely.
Oh,
that's
All right, so who's doing what first? Max, are you and Andy going to fly in first?
Go.
Or are you going to do the lights first?
I think we're going. I guess I go first so they can go in undercover.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody sit.
You gotta just make sure you notice where the mines are.
Well, I want to straight and go across the door.
Well, you're running right up the color.
Yes.
I'm
going to the closest light to the door.
You're in the know.
Actually, Mike's going first. Mike and Andy have to go first. They're a distraction.
Yep.
You notice that if you run at full speed, you might be able to get 10 squares, but that'll still put you, like, about here. So, I'm not sure how you intend to get there in one round.
It's going to hurt me.
Well, we're assuming they don't know that their machine guns are not working.
Yeah.
They're going to fire them with
Well, keep in mind, you've just taken out the turret guns. They have personal weapons.
I bet the ones in the towers are going to
Yeah.
before they pull out their own rifles. Yeah.
All right, what happens if Max tries to drag me in?
Is he dragging you or is he flying you?
Whatever.
He has no trouble carrying you. He's got 2 arms. He can carry up to 2 guns. So that will not be a problem for him to pick you up. As long as he doesn't drop you, as you're staying low, you're not going 10,000 feet or anything, right?
Yeah, we're not going high at all.
Then,
It's not going to tear me apart, sorry, to that speed and drop it in.
well, no. If you're in a car,
That much distance to go.
if you're in a car that's going 300 miles an hour and the window's open, you're not going
All right,
to
get us in
take
there.
damage.
Hey, where do you want me?
You just drop me by the front door. Yeah, drop me into the flooring.
Alright.
Would you want to drop him right by that light that is
Yep, first
right
light.
here? Okay.
So, actually, so what I'm going to do is, as I go in, I'm going to drop the nerd and continue with Andy towards the tower with the flooring in it.
All right. I need you to make a rocket power check for me.
Why are you going to the tower for?
Because Andy wants to suck it up.
Who cares about it?
Because Andy sucks.
Where is Andy?
Who cares though?
Andy, did you move yourself, Andy?
No.
Hey,
What do you want for that
check
check stuff?
I don't know how.
No, just
Green. This is nice and easy for you.
okay.
It's safer this way. We don't want to kill anybody else by accident.
Who cares?
They are villains.
We are.
I'm not. Okay. It's like contractors on the Death Star, okay?
What are we surrounded by assholes?
No.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Over here.
69. That's in the green, I believe, right?
Definitely in the green.
Excellent. Okay. So now you scoop up.
That's in the yellow.
Oh, very good. All right. So if you get a yellow, then that means that you're going to get an extra move because you rolled so well. So you take both of them and you move yourself, or I'm moving you, over there. So you stage the drop. You stage the drop.
Just don't step in the pile. Yeah, I'm going to wear my shoes.
The nerd gets dropped right by the light.
Like, you're going to escort him?
And now what are you doing, Mike?
You're the one who, qualified church.
Right up the face.
It's kind of hard.
They don't go that far. Halfway to the pool. I think of all the piles that were out there already.
Like, well, sure, where they shot.
He doesn't know.
Well, herbivores have to try company.
Who told you
Carnivores have
anything, your father?
I checked with him. It was my idea. So all you do is get like coyote cage.
We used to do that. So we used to get on the bushes, be carefully. Actually, what works better than that is going to
We're recording, by the way.
go to the hair salon or the barber shop,
Yeah.
and all the hair that they sweep up, take that, keep your old stockings, put the hair in the stockings, and hang the stockings in the shrubs. the deer will smell demon scent, and they will usually...
Alright, so where are we?
You've been dropped off, and Max the Tank needs to resolve his turn.
Yep, so I need to... I'm assuming I need to make another rocket roll to get Andy to the tower. To the tower.
Yes. Because you rolled a yellow, you can do one more rocket roll. You get a free... That does not stack. If you get another yellow, you don't get another free one. That's just your benefit for rolling a quasi-critical.
Ooh, 100.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Alright, choose which tower. You can drop him off as delicately as a young flower.
I would imagine you would not want to do that, so you're not in the point of gas.
Yeah, I would not want to be in the point of gas at all. So,
Did you cross the street?
You've got a pretty impressive endurance these days.
I do.
You could probably take it.
I'm going to basically hold my breath for a second.
Okay.
And just
Drop him off.
over there. I mean, I'm flying 200 miles an hour. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But
You're going to have to overshoot. You can't turn like left. You'll have to overshoot.
Basically, my idea is I'm going to, as I'm kind of overshooting it, I
Yep.
just basically place him on the roof.
Done. With like 100, you perfectly place him. In fact, you can actually swing him into the tower through an open window.
Okay.
So he,
46 agility.
nice.
You curl the football.
You don't even need to roll your agility because he rolled 100 on his rocket placement. But now you're kind of out of the action. You've kind of shot over, but that was very effective.
Was he by the door with the dog?
Huh?
Did he by the door with the dog? Or what?
No, he went from here, right?
You guys told me you wanted Andy at the tower.
And the other the tower.
Yeah, so he dropped you off, and then he went right where that yellow arrow points. And then he had to overshoot the tower because he doesn't fly like Adam.
Water splitting in the good.
Yep, you're up.
Let's do super charge. Am I going to need the yellow already, or is green going to be out there?
Well, tell me what you want to do
I
exactly.
basically want a huge surge to the electrical system to blow all the bolts.
Every single one?
As many as I can.
Alright. Well, if you limit your surge to a portion of the grid that you have access to, say, 2 of the towers, that would be a green. If you try to go for the entire grid up, like all 4 parts, that's going to be a yellow. So yellow to knock them all out, green to knock half.
Karma. What do you think, Karma? Karma.
Yeah,
I did a 66 for yellow as it is.
If you get critical failure, you will get at least the one that you're next to, guaranteed to be knocked out.
as he jumps up to it and punches this. It's like you're hitting the block.
Exactly.
He doesn't actually use his head for those things.
Okay, I'll use 30 karma.
30 karma? Wow, okay.
That's the only to do.
Okay. And you're going for all?
Yes.
Okay.
43, 73, I did 66.
Oh, very impressive use of karma.
I'll use the full karma.
This is going to be fun. So every single light simultaneously blows out.
You can't see.
I can make it out just fine.
And I think you'll see that it's going to get darker and darker. This was the first map that I played with that used lights. And I'm so glad you took out the lights.
What else would we do, Roberto?
I think that's it.
Hey guys.
They're shooting at the lights. I think they're shooting at the lights.
I guess we should have asked a little clarification. Is it a full moon? Is it a no moon? Is it a dark night? Is it a cloudy night? Is it a bright night?
It is a pretty dark evening in the middle of the desert. It is actually close to a full moon, but sadly the moon has not risen yet. So right now it's... You can still make some things out. Yeah, you're going to take like if you're aiming at something, I'm going to say it's like a -4 shift right now. It's really hard to see stuff.
I think it's just fine.
But yeah, the bat, and I think if we click on your character, I think you have like perfect vision. Oh yeah, you can't see in the dark. Where are you?
I can't technically see in the dark, but I can. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not working, is it?
If I was Daredevil.
Well, I'm not sure how to just let you see in the dark,
You can't. You can do it in that full,
but I'll describe it to you. You'll be fine. Okay, well done. And you got a yellow on that, so where do you want to end up? You can end up at any point within the grid. You are right next to some guards right now, or you can go like to a corner where there are no guards.
I'm going to go by the door.
By the door.
By the bunker door.
All right, and
I am literally flying around and around.
In the absolute...
You know that there is one place you go that is perfectly safe.
I know that.
It's true.
At some point, I have to come down.
Yeah, but you
Is the dog there, Bob? Is the dog there?
Oh, the dog is there. Oh, yeah.
I agree with that, but was that?
You use your action for this turn and your move, so I think you don't have the ability to take that action on this turn. But just remember, that was your drop move, so when we do official round, you'll have your action. So the people that are left now are Andy the Android, and then we go into the initiative order.
And you gotta clean it up?
Generate light.
I'm going to suck in all the fluorine gas.
Okay.
Can you convert it to something, or?
I don't think I can.
Can you convert it back into life and breathe it into that guy that I killed?
Oh, I just had an idea.
Turn it to methane and light it.
There. So that when your turn is up, I will do this. But everybody else on our system has to say that they don't remember where things are.
Okay.
But you can't see.
Well, I can describe to them.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
can give them relative directions.
Yeah, you can.
Have you ever seen Survivor? You probably good with that.
Yeah.
Well, they might not take a -4. Instead, they might take like a -2 or a -1, depending on.
And we have the communication. You saw the communication, so I can whisper and not be like, "Turn to your right. He's right there."
That's right. And maybe even if Whisperer is smart, he can actually put your voice on the right side or the left side as you're going. All right, Andy. So you are needing to make a roll
Smarter, are you?
to see if you can absorb the fluorine.
My low ability is incredible.
Excellent. So this will be easy. It's 1 pound of fluorine gas, and you're well able to handle that amount.
And then
There's been chemical spills in your career that have been 50 times that.
Karma.
Really?
I want to...
Okay.
Not somebody down here.
All right, it's going to be green. Should be an easy roll. Good job. Does that put you into yellow? 55 plus 20? Yeah, all right. So you did such a good job that you get a free round, or rather a free application of your power one more time. The fluorine is no longer present. You've gotten rid of all of it. You have an action, a move, and a minor.
Who's in that building?
There is one bard, and you can sense him just southwest of you. You sense him like, if you look right now, right there. He's...
I rush to him
Okay.
and force oxygen into his lungs.
Force oxygen into his lungs. Okay. Very good. Another roll, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm not going to karma.
You're trying to save him?
Ironically, I use karma on saving you.
I think that would be a green. It's been very quick. All of this happened in like 12 seconds.
Pull out the fluorine from his lungs and replace that with...
oh, you can't switch.
Success. Oxygen fills his lungs. You see his chest rise. You think that maybe he is alive and breathing.
Fine, well.
No, I beat the shit out of him.
But not lethally.
Just giving him a pre-quarter pump.
He's already pretty damaged because he fell out of the tower. Just so you know. So he's unconscious right now.
No.
Here.
Do you want to do anything else to him? All right. Do you have rope?
I'll use his back there.
Yeah, he's got a belt. You can use his jacket, maybe. Okay. So you begin tying
That'd be
him.
great, but he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, he will. All right. So he's nullified. I'm taking him off the board.
Thank you, Andy.
Good job, man.
Well done.
You're just taking this back to my 50 karma.
That was a lot of karma. Yeah, a lot of negative karma. That was very heroic, by the way. All right. Now we're at the top of the order. And Andy the android, you rolled highest, so you get to go first.
I saved life. I saved the life.
We're going to look out for the next closest moving guard.
Okay. You sense a dog somewhere in this vicinity over here. Oh, can you see my... by Josh, by the nurse, there's a dog.
Is there a second gunner in the company?
No, there was not. There was just the one. But there is another gunner sort of off in this direction where the other tower is.
Alright, so I can use my fighting skill, or just my fighting ability?
Yeah. Two attacks.
I use my vibration condition,
Or you can do that.
my energy condition.
Yeah, you have two choices.
What's your
I just got bumped up to 26.
what's your energy condition now?
26.
I'll do the fighting. You get 2 attacks.
And just a reminder, you have not disabled the alarm klaxon.
What?
Just keep in mind, you have not yet disabled the alarm klaxon. You've turned off the lights, but you haven't turned off the alarm.
That's my job.
Yeah, it's our job.
Alright, so I
can
go
do them all.
after the closest thing is the dog, I guess?
The dog is a little closer. The dog's like 50 feet away, and the guard is 20 feet away up the tower.
Off up the tower?
Yeah, he's in the tower.
Okay, I'll go run up and try to get the dog.
Alright, very good. You're going to run up after the guard. You are going to need an ability check to see if you can get up the tower. There's an iron ladder. It's green. It should be easy.
I just heard the dog.
So I'll hold. It doesn't matter.
No?
Roll an 8.
You go to climb up the ladder, and you miss a step. It's surprising, maybe just a piece of sand on the ladder, because clearly you knew where the step was. And you slide and fall back to the bottom. That is the end of your move. You have an action now. You can fire on the guard, but he is protected by the door. Or you could try to turn that action into another move and go up again. Or
Dog has to be close to it.
the dog is now farther away from you. Where the dog was 15 feet away from you before, the guard was 20 feet.
Okay, I was thinking they were together there.
No, they're two different
I need
directions.
to turn into a move and go up the stairs carefully.
Okay. Roll again. It's a green.
68.
Success. You are now inside the guard tower right next to the guard, and you have just run out of moves.
What was the yellow?
Oh, it's yellow. That's nice.
Maybe he doesn't know I'm there.
I think you did it stealthy enough this time that he does not realize
I'm
that.
surprised to see 10-year-old boy there.
He doesn't see the 10-year-old boy come in. That was a yellow. That's a good roll. Alright, so much for Andy. Now we go to the Whisperer. What are you doing?
I'm going to make a very loud announcement, such as a PA announcement, using my sound.
Okay.
I am going to say, all guards, please report to the door, not the main entrance, but the bunker entrance.
Okay, so the lights have all gone out, and you're going to have a
He doesn't
PA...
actually say it that way. He doesn't say, all guards, please report to the entrance, not the real entrance.
Wait a minute.
Entrance that we're going.
All the guards you can like the announcer from Max.
Scratch that, reverse that.
Okay,
Not a drill.
if that's what you want to do.
Yes. This is not a drill.
So you're going to alert the guards that this is not a drill, that the lights have gone out, that there's an emergency going on. You want to alert the guards to
It can't
that.
be a drill, they just won't help.
You sure you want this?
I don't know, it's an idea.
I've got plenty of other things I
And
can
you got
do.
better after school.
I'm not judging. You do what you want. Do what you think is best. You're doing well.
Yeah, I'm going to hold.
Okay.
Because that's my character's design too.
Max the tank.
The vibrator.
The Whisperer is holding. Max, you are sort of off in the bottom right over there. You can see yourself.
Yep.
And you're in the air. And what would you like to do now?
Max somehow needs to figure out how he's going to get back into the compound towards the bunker door. I'm assuming it's so pitch black where Max is that he can't see anything.
Actually, your eyes are slowly becoming adjusted, and you can barely make out where some of the guards are in the moonlight. Well, there's no moonlight. Excuse me, the moon hasn't come up yet, but your eyes are starting to adjust now for all of you.
Am I still in the air?
You sure are.
I don't know.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to delay.
Okay.
And basically, a turn. I'm going to try to. Well, see, I have a hard time turning, so.
But I think you can make your move to... You're shooting this way?
Yeah.
You can now shoot this way because it's a new turn for you.
Okay.
Or whatever way you want to go.
Yeah. So I want to make a turn that will put me heading back towards the base
Okay.
instead of at this point away from it.
So where do you... You can shoot from an angle anywhere you want to be. What do you want to head towards?
So I came at the tower from an angle, so I should be heading from like southwest to northeast.
Yep, you are here right now.
Okay.
So you want to go,
So I want to basically go northwest. Yep.
okay, towards the guard? Towards the guard station here? Like,
No, towards where I believe the door to be.
oh, the door to the bunker?
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good. Then you can get about here. And you are now in front and above the door to the bunker, and there's a dog below you.
Okay.
Alright, that's your move. You want to do anything?
Yes. I hate to do this, but I need to knock the dog unconscious.
You're going to ram it? Short it?
Definitely not petting its belly. I mean, I feel really well, but I'm not petting its belly. I think what I'm going to attempt to do is...
I don't know one. Pull on over, they're chasing it, smack their heads together.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Is that True Lies? Is that what that was?
Yeah. I would love to do that if possible. And I actually thought of grabbing the dog by its collar and its snout and holding it. Because I have a curious moan. I think what I'm going to attempt to do is pop the dog on the head and knock it.
Okay. Roll your rocket power. Yeah, you're charging it, I think.
Yeah, okay.
And that will be a green.
So that is a 65.
Oh.
So that should be in yellow, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Success.
Okay.
You crack it over its head, but you pull back the punch at the last instant, and you reduce your speed at the last instant. You think that you have successfully knocked the dog unconscious. It whimpers, and then its just chest goes up and down. It seems to still be breathing.
Okay, good.
And white stuff comes out of its nose and ears.
It does a seizure. It convulsions a couple of times. Blood comes out of its mouth. It's fine though. It looks fine. Okay, good move. Minor, any speaking or anything?
Do I see anybody with me on the door?
Well, you see Josh. He's right. Or you see the nerd. He's right there.
So I have no other real moves at this point. My plan is to brace myself against the door to try to get ready to dash it over.
Okay, very good. All right, good work, Max. Whisper, you're still on hold, but now it's the nerd's turn unless the Whisperer wants to jump in.
I would like to do something different with my power to do it.
All right, what do you got?
I would like to whisper to my comrades, close their eyes for a second, and then do the largest charge I could blind at all costs.
Oh, fascinating. So, I think that you can absolutely do that. However, the guards are going to have the equivalent of a saving throw. Some of them may not be looking in your direction. Some of them might be looking away. In fact, some of them are probably going to be looking actually towards the sound of
The
dog that just yelled. So you might have a good chunk of them looking your way. All right, so go ahead and roll, and tell me what you get.
Can we all cover our eyes?
Are you whispering to everybody?
Close your eyes for a second.
We'll say closing your eyes is a free action. We'll put that in the same.
It's like a blink.
Yeah. Unless, of course, if somebody's doing it to you, you get a saving throw. We'll say.
If there's stone angels around, I'm not telling them to blame.
But just to be clear, if somebody ever tries this on you, you get you don't automatically get a free eye close because you didn't know it was coming. So you'll have a saving throw. Right.
I roll it again. I have stuff.
Okay.
70.
70 is what rank is that?
Probably, yeah.
That's going to tell me how much of the guards get blinded.
That's the yellow.
That is a yellow?
Yes.
75% of the guards suddenly shout to some various degree of, "Ah, no! Ah!"
Does it stay lit? Can I keep it lit now? Dimly lit? So that we can see?
I'm guessing because you can't do ranged. You're summoning it in your hand as bright as possible. Or both hands up in the air like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can maintain, but I will say that for every 2 rounds, it counts as 1 charge. Okay? Does that seem fair? And
so this turn and next will be 1 charge.
Correct. And it will be a little difficult for you to do other actions. You can do other actions, but you're going to take some sort of penalty, depending on how complex the item. Okay, so how
can't see right now. 3/4 can't see.
how strong do you want to make that charge? How much of the area do you want to light up? How many feet?
Oh, when they're driving in the car?
How much can I light up?
I'd say 1 charge can go 200 feet. You're going to go full 200.
Is that a whole charge per turn?
No, that'll be your 1 per 2 turns.
Okay.
And do you want this super bright, or do you want it 200 feet dim? like starting bright and then dim? Or do you
A big flash,
Yep.
and then I'm going to bring it down a little bit so when you just open the eyes are not black.
All right. So then I'm giving you 200 feet of dim light, emanating from you. And what did I forget?
Yeah, you come to the front gate with us.
Well,
You with me and Andy.
I'm at the front door of the bunker now. So the whole thing is.
So yeah.
I haven't probably the
I was
bunker.
gonna say, why don't you stop the let's do?
He's kind of curious. I think curious.
Okay, there we go. So now there's 200 feet emanating from the nerd, going up to about the edge of the desert.
Yeah.
Definitely lighting it up.
Little boy.
That's a good point.
Jail forever. Like that little boy kid gets kissed by the guy. He's going to jail.
It's just 1957.
That's a good point. We're reviewing heroic actions. We have Josh the nerd, who just managed to create a blinding light, blinding 3/4 of the bad guys. And then we have Andy the android, who just kissed a grown man. That, wow. There's different levels of heroic. But who saved the life here? But who saved the life here, really? It's all you, Andy. It's all you. That was a good move. Now you can still move. Speaking of which, that was just an action.
Well, if I move, my light source is moving with me.
Correct. But look at your radius. You have a pretty good radius there. You're lighting up the whole place.
I moved to the closest guard.
All right. The closest guard is probably going to be in the back. You can get next to him, but you can't get an attack on him. Do you want to be adjacent to him?
Is he blind?
He is one of the blind ones, yes.
I'll get relatively close.
All right.
I'm gonna knock him out.
You're right next to him. That good?
That's perfect.
All right. Good job, nerd. Whisper, you're on hold, but if you don't choose to go, then the next person is going to be the dogs.
There's more
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You rolled a 9 and you rolled an 8. No, we're using the existing initiative.
I thought we were out before that.
No, you got an 8, the dog's got a 9.
Am I locating that?
You, right now,
Oh, there, am I?
you're in the back left. You're,
I'm going to take a little bit too.
You know, if I think it's like it's going.
Totally disregard.
there you go.
Okay.
Just
How many spaces is it to get the meter white?
It's a lot of spaces. You can, if running at full speed, you can get to here.
Yeah.
But your sound power goes farther. Your vibration power goes almost this far. But your sound power can hit every place on the board.
Alright, I move up to that spot.
Yeah.
Near the road, obviously that's
Very wise indeed. You are now here.
Is there any guard tower that I can aim at that there's guards in?
Yeah. You see guards in the tower with Andy. So you see a guard there. Yep. And then you have... I did. I figured out a trick. And then on top of that, you can also see a tower here. Oops, I just moved the tower. Sorry. But there's a guard in this tower as well.
Okay.
So you could...
I can't tell if he's finding now. What's that front gate there?
He's there, and you can't tell if he's blind or not, but he certainly looks like he's staggering about around a little bit.
Is he on sand or is he on...
Right now, he is standing... He's standing on asphalt. Oh no, actually, he's staggered a little bit, and he's right between the gate, and he's standing on stand.
How many people are in the tower?
It seems like there's one person in each tower.
See the whole tower. That's what I was going to do. I was going to knock it over and have him fall out of it.
And actually does it, or Wilhelm Scream. If he doesn't do it, you do it for him.
You know what? I'm going to vibrate the tower because it's going to take out one of the speakers as well. I'm going to take that tower and underneath it.
The one with Andy, or the one opposite Andy?
Andy, I'm going to do the one opposite of him.
That's very considerate of you.
He can take care of himself.
So you're doing this tower,
Except the guy that's underneath there may drop the tower.
that one right there.
That he just saved until we get it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim underneath the tower where fellas are.
Yep.
And I'm gonna vibrate the sand.
Okay. Are you trying to do this quietly or loudly?
Can you vibrate sand well?
Well, you have control of sound. So you can mute the sound of the falling of the tower if you succeed.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
So here's the deal. This is more complicated. You're going to get a yellow to achieve it without sound, or a green if you want to try it with sound.
Doesn't matter what doesn't matter what sound?
I think they know what you're
I think they know. No sound.
All right.
I mean sound.
Then to knock out the tower, it's going to be green for you.
You know what? Nick Fury's probably inside. He's just awful.
Nick Fury's turn hasn't started yet.
Nick Fury inside.
What did they do on a surprise round?
Oh,
Or did he just marvel at our powers?
no, he's moved. He's moved up.
I got it, man.
Am I going to use my
Actually, I wouldn't.
hand control on this one, Bob, or is it just going to be vibration alone?
Say again?
Vibration and vibration control. I'm going to add those together.
You can.
I will do that.
Okay.
So it's, what do I use, my vibration or?
Take the enhance vibration control, take that number, add it to your vibration. And that's the
46 and 26.
46 plus 26 is 72, which falls under the monstrous category.
So it's monstrous.
It's 21 or greater. You got an 8? Oh. You rolled an 8! I'm so sorry. Well,
8.
the Master of Sound itself reaches forward with a hand very dramatically.
These are action points.
His muscular fist clenches as all under his control and domain falls under his will. He screams, forcing, through sheer force of will alone, the tower to fall over. And you poop a little, but nothing happens with your tower.
Critical failure in my pants.
Nothing. You're very lucky that something catastrophic didn't happen, but
I don't know if something catastrophic happened in short.
you do make a little bit of a smell now, but that's about it. You did your move. You did an attempted action. You can do free action or minor.
Minor?
Yeah.
Guys,
This is 5 years.
it didn't go so well. I have managed to poop myself.
I think we should do this. I think we should sit down and different.
All right, that's for the Whisperer. Now we have the dogs. The first dog is knocked out, so he's out of commission. And the second dog stands up. The dogs have excellent night vision, so that's kind of good. And let's see, who does it race towards? It races towards, I think it can make it.
Well, did the dogs get affected by the flash?
They were not. The dogs race. One of them heads towards Nick Fury, and one of them here races towards the nerd. And is there another dog? Nope. Okay. So they have an incredible.
Here, doggies. The dogs are good.
44. They hit you, the nerd, and they miss Nick Fury, and their damage is going to be. They miss Nick Fury, but they hit the nerd. He's going to probably. Oh, good point. All right.
Don't forget he has the ability to dodge as well.
That's right. Everybody does.
I have enough to actually maintain what I have to do as it is. I might have dodge too.
Nope.
Ooh, I'm looking incredible fire flash. Yes.
14!
14? It's not critical. At least you got that going for you, but it's in the way, isn't it?
This is just to prove to everybody watching that we do fail. I roll 80s all the time.
You also poop your pants a little bit. No. The dog bites into your calf and shakes his head back and forth ferociously. And
Can I just take white?
well, next turn, as soon as your turn's up, you absolutely can.
As soon as you take the
You are going to take 15 points of damage. And it's locked onto your foot like a vice grip. If you try to move, you can only move about 2 squares right now. It's like locking you down. Okay, that's it for the dogs.
your dog's all ready.
Then we have Nick Fury. Nick Fury pulls out his healer, and he fires at the guard, who is blinded. The guard that is right here.
He's got such an amazing shot, he can literally like, take a fingernail off.
That's a 96. Wow. He fires. The bullet ricochets off the corner of the chain link fence and then bangs right into the guard's helmet, and the guy just falls over. He just knocks him out. Yeah.
That really was my wife. I really don't forget about his wife. I don't know how that happened. For all you guys online, it is possible.
I get the ginger reference now.
All I have to say is
And Nick Fury does not have enough moves to attack the dog, so he moves away from it towards the guardhouse, and he gets to about here. That's the end of Fury's turn, and now we have the guards. The guards roll a 4. You would. Oh, sorry, Brian. You were supposed to go before Nick Fury, but after the dogs. You're up, buddy. What are you doing?
I can't really see the map too well. Are there any two dogs or guards or guardian dogs that are kind of relatively close to each other?
Did you quicksand?
Yes.
Would you like to quicksand that?
Up here, by Josh the Nerd,
Yeah.
you've got a guard that appears to be blinded, and a dog a dog that is biting into the nerd's calf, and it's like shaking his head and it won't let go.
Well, I can do both at the same time.
You also have a guard in a watchtower in the northwest corner and the southwest corner.
Can he tell which guards can see and which guards can't?
Which ones appear to be looking like this and which ones appear to be looking like this?
Yeah, I think he can figure that out. He's got sonar and enhanced vision.
So do either of those guards have appear to be not blind?
This is the guard that appears to be blinded. In fact, this guard in the watchtower appears the only one that appears to be not blinded.
Okay, well I'm going to fly over in that direction, and I'm going to use my vibration emission on him.
Yeah.
Where are you right now? Are you?
I'm going down to the southeast area.
Can you move yourself? Do you know where you are?
You out the power.
This is me here. So I'll swoop this way.
Okay.
I don't know how far I can swoop. I'll let you swoop me.
You have excellent flight right now. You boosted your flight. You can easily get to the other side of the base.
I will get about the middle.
Okay.
Because the range on my vibration control, energy emission vibration is...
Kind of thing.
Aren't you? That's. I think that's.
It's a monstrous. I don't know what the rate on that is exactly. I'll look it up.
I'm a little confused. Isn't that the P90X who's in the middle? This is P90X? Yeah.
I might have been moving him the whole time. I can't tell you so far.
That's okay. We'll say it's you.
Helicopters.
You might be able to.
We'll just say that that's you. All right. So you're there in the middle. What are you doing?
Vibration control, energy emission vibration.
Okay. I'm doing.
Okay, so think of that range of 40 areas.
Yep.
And I'm going to just vibrate his internal organs and test whether I'm conscious.
That's this guy up in the guard tower.
Yeah,
Whose size?
Non-blinded.
Very good. Make me a roll. Does that mean a green?
That is a green.
Oh, very lucky. What's?
It is non-lethal damage.
I understand. Are you at 63 power on the still?
Yeah.
That is going to be enough to knock him out.
Okay, but so they should be easy.
He's in the tower and he is now knocked out. Wow, you guys did quite a surgical strike.
Because we're awesome.
All right, now we've got the soldiers. So we have one soldier.
I can't say.
There's a soldier next to the nerd. He is blinded, but he hears the nerd and the dog on him. So he's going to try to, what can he do? Is he by a klaxon? He shouts, "We're under attack! We're under attack! Call in! Call in!" And then he turns his gun towards the nerd, and he fires blindly. 100. Whew.
You're kidding me.
Take a look. 100. 0 double double. Wow.
I think that's a 0.
Yeah, I guess I was due. He hits you for triple damage. He's only using his personal weapon. His personal weapon does 8, so you take 24.
Reflection.
Okay.
$31. Jesus crap.
Is that green though? That's all that matters.
No, I missed it by 5.
Okay, I'm sorry. You take 24. The bullet rockets into your shoulder. Well, actually, it is 100. So, I think it catches your bicep of your right arm. Any action that requires use of your right arm, we're going to take a -1 on until you can get that either bound up or splinted or something.
Sure.
Another one like resistance.
You know what? We should.
Okay, that's it for that guard. Then we've got the one guard on the ground, and you can see he is racing towards the guardhouse. You can see him there, and he's reaching for a phone, but he's just too far. He's too far away to reach it for this turn. The phone is in the guardhouse. He has to get into the guardhouse to use the phone. Correct. And then he reaches into a pocket, and he produces a grenade, which he hurls. Where's he going to hurl it? He's blind. He can't see anybody. All he knows is that.
So then how does he make it toward the guardhouse?
Well, he knows where he was prior to getting blinded, so he knows how to get to the guardhouse, or even running blind. I'm going to say he throws it in a random direction. South.
It's that wall and he rolls to his feet.
We're going to do
So we have to look
1,
at
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to need 5 directions.
Doesn't have anything,
Starting at north.
Would a trained soldier throw a grenade without knowing exactly where it's going to land?
That's a good point.
He might be panicked enough that he might be stupid enough to do that.
Well, yeah, you know what? I think he's going to do it because you don't know about his grenade yet, and he does. This is north, northeast. That's 2, east. Okay.
We trust you.
6 divided by 2 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So due east. So which way is that? That would be towards the main door. This way. So
It's underneath.
yeah, it's by you, Brian Baird.
I did say I would up in the air.
But his range is not good. It's only 5. So he makes it.
Max the tank is sitting in front of the door.
I think
You're not close to the...
No, he can't throw that far.
I know, there's somebody in this room who's going to jump on a grenade or something like that.
Yeah, the grenade.
That's what I was going to say. I thought it was...
He tosses the grenade and it lands here. I don't.
What's the vertical range on a grenade?
It's the same as his. Oh, like it arcs, but it's shorter. It's like half the distance of his
But it's
horizontal.
explosion range.
2. So 2 squares.
How big is a square?
Well, can you see the grid?
No, I mean, like, what does this equate to in real life?
Oh, we're gonna say 10 feet. Each grid is 10 feet.
I don't specify how high it is, I would assume that it's kind of like,
I'll try. I don't know.
over the fence line by several feet at least.
Okay. All right. So you're probably out of the range of the grenade.
Yeah.
And he only rolled a
What if it was an ordinary grenade? It wasn't
13. That's a miss. The grenade explodes, and acrid vapors can fill your nose. Thankfully, you're not head-on in it, but it appears to be tear gas, which just released into the center of the compound. Do I have anybody else who's alive? Oh, okay, we got one guy in the guardhouse. He's blinded, and he is moving to. He's like staggering to try to find where the alarm klaxon is. He's been up there. He's the one that Andy raced up to attack, and he fell down the.
shot. It's not a guidance.
Yeah.
Better pay attention.
3. Critical failure.
Does he fall out?
He braces
He doesn't fall out, but he's reaching for the klaxon, and he's like staggering for it, and he can't find it. And that is the end of the guards, I think. Men.
Why did we disable the alarm panels?
Initiative, please, gentlemen.
We're supposed to disable that.
I was supposed to disable classic panels.
Bob, isn't there classes in Doctor Who?
Yeah, I think there is.
Every time I hear that.
Oh, what did I do? That's not Nick.
So that you would roll more than first.
How much would it cost me to drop my
20.
How much?
I have to get up to 20 to get. I get $2. Right.
All right.
Oh, wait. Oh, look, I rolled 100. Whoops, it's all 2d10.
Oh.
I wasted it. Wasted. 60.
15.
That's not bad.
What's your curse?
16.
So you beat his 2d10 roll. 3d10 roll. Your 2d10.
If I just rolled 100 on my d100. Can they die?
And you'll know when to use it. It's the only catch.
I'm kidding, Gibbs.
I'm sorry, brother.
That's it.
If you could randomly roll for him and let him know we can substitute this one.
Oh, that's true.
No, I'm
No.
Yeah, not that nice.
No, there's millions of people watching this going, it's illegal. You cheated. By millions, I mean 1.
3 people. Yeah.
And by the way, thank you all for watching.
All 3 of you.
All 3 of you.
We got like one person there, one person
Fantastic, please.
And let's give a shout out to our peeps over in Germany.
all our German folks, to DVD.
It was probably a web crawler anyways, who could say.
Means I love you in German. DVD.
Really?
Stop. Don't bring us down.
Huh?
Don't be saying it's a web crawl. It brings it down.
Oh, sorry, no.
Fan.
No, it's a fan.
Hey, fan.
No, we should have Maryland as well, right?
No,
There's-
actually, we're being
yeah, someone out of
investigated
Maryland.
by just keeping an eye on us. The government's keeping an eye on us.
Yeah, after the references to blowing up stuff last week. That's a good point. Are you guys good on your rolls?
Yes.
Very good.
You're normally very opposed to having anything about my life on the internet.
But we don't know your name. Wink, wink, Mike.
But I've agreed to this, Bob.
Well, your name is not given. Your last name is not provided.
Wink, wink, Mike.
Because, I am armed.
It's an excellent point. It's an excellent point.
Connecticut because I was stupid. I'm on.
We start with Nick Fury.
Oh, good.
It's great for this topic because it's stuff.
Nick Fury does a leg sweep,
From Maryland can attest.
and he...
And our fellows from England say, we only have
He does a leg sweep, knocking over the guard next to him into the ground, and then puts an elbow into his head, knocking him out. That was the guy who was reaching into the guardhouse for the phone.
So he's the Nick Fury, he's defending the guardhouse.
Yeah, he happens to be that.
That obvious stuff.
He is trained.
There's guards. The guards are those big guys inside the face. But they must have no way to sound the alarm.
I was surprised why you went for the lights first, not the alarms, but... Well, the lights did create an element of confusion, that's for sure. If you didn't have the lights and the blindness, it would have been easy for them to sound it. Alright, so... They recover this turn, they can now see. And the nerd, you are up, sir.
They once were blind, but now they see.
You are in the situation of you're next to a guard who can see, and a dog that is madly ripping into your calf like an iron vice, not letting go.
Okay, so...
And also your arm, your bicep is bleeding. It feels a little weaker, your right arm.
Can you just, if the dog is touching the wall already, that's your contact. Just shot it out through your leg.
Actually, I'm going to take the example of what I have. This is pretty honest.
Make me a roll.
We get a good shift on that one?
I think he's right next to you in close combat, so we'll give you a +2.
What was I going to say? All right, you guys have your plan. You and you have your plan?
But I mean, too, because right here the thing.
How many guards left and how many dogs left?
Right now, your count, you have 2 guards and 2 dogs.
That's all left in the attack.
Correct.
All right, so the dog. 66.
I think that is a hit, isn't it?
On my shift.
Is it yellow?
Did you get 1 shift or 2?
2 shifts.
Monster 66.
Oh, wow.
You have it, is your talking on it?
I think we need to stop these guards.
And you have not. You can incinerate the dog, or you can just knock it unconscious.
Okay, I'm knock it out.
All right. The dog releases its grip. You now have full movement once again.
All right. And I am going to use my second attack.
Yep.
I'm going to swing over. I'm going to have to let the light go off.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to swing over and use my fist punching attack against the guard next to me.
So the light's going to go out, which means
I would know what he is.
you're going to know where he is, but it's going to be hard for other people to see now.
Yes.
But it was nice while it lasted.
The lights are going out. Take a focus on
Lights out, guys. It's
Brian
right
says so.
And I made all of my powers for improvements of punch. So I actually go from incredible to amazing fist. 88.
Oh, wow.
88 for that puts me
900.
just shy of red. High yellow.
You slam him. We'll give you double damage for your hit.
Knock him out anyway, so.
All right. Well, how much damage is that?
It's 37.
Double. Okay, that'll be just enough to knock him out.
74.
And the guard slumps down like a sack of potatoes. Now you have 1 guard and 1 dog, and you have move.
I start to try to bandage my arm.
With what?
I told you move
Can you
your
cauterize it with
leg.
your electricity?
Is that?
Well, you want to electrical burn yourself on purpose. It'll just keep going.
I ripped off my sleeve and tried to...
Try to do it. Okay. That is going to take you a bit of time. Yeah. All right, Whisperer, you are up next.
How close am I to the 2 guards in front of me?
You are free. There's no guards left. At this point, the only thing left is a dog, which is in front of you.
Who took out the guards to the front gate?
Nick period.
I still got 1 shot. I didn't take out the shot.
So there's the dog,
Oh, wait, I got 3 now.
and you're right behind where the initiative tracker is.
Oh, and all the lights. And the machine guns.
I took out all that.
There's only 1 dog left?
There's 1 dog left. You guys have knocked... Oh, wait, there's 1 guard left. I'm sorry. In the guardhouse next to Andy. Rather, in the tower next to Andy, right there.
Those guys are critical fail on trying to set their words off.
That's right.
So I'll let Andy go and see if he needs any help for now.
There, now you should be able to see. There's the guard.
Yep.
Remember that guard, when his turn comes up, he's probably going to try to hit that
I'm
alarm.
going to let Andy see if he can take him out.
All right, it's Andy's turn.
I'm going to try to get out of the guard tower
You are next to a guard.
and run that.
Any questions before that?
He's the guard that tried to sound the alarm.
I'm going to try to hit him as high up in the upper back as I can reach.
Oh, towards the kidney, yeah?
And jump up and jump up like into like the...
He's sort of like
Oh.
Austin Powers judo chop.
Okay. Austin Powers, judo chop. You're jumping up so you can hit him in the head.
Yes, actually a double shot.
Yeah, that's true. You get 2 attacks now. And you have a strength of what?
The strength is 26.
That's how much damage you would do per hit.
And the fight is 26.
You're as strong as Mike. You're max tank.
I have a question. Should I add my strength into my damage?
Your first attack was electrical only.
Right. Because when I punched the guy,
When you punched him, I thought you...
I just used my electrical damage.
No, you should have done strength plus electrical emission because you expected to charge for that.
Okay, so I know that's right.
So yeah, you would have if you hadn't rolled
I
yellow.
laid that guy out.
Bob, if
Totally.
this is the first,
Don't forget that for the future.
This is the first, maybe karma on the second. I have to do that now.
You can use karma on the second if you miss in the first. Before you make your roll, you just have to announce your karma usage. All right.
Go for it, Andy.
Okay, so you will do your strength damage, 26. He is winded, but it looks like he still has some. He's like bloody, I would say. If you can hit him with one more of those, you'd knock him out.
We're going to use 10 karma.
You sure? Remember, karma's also good for sucking up the damage.
But that's
karma.
All right.
your pool, right?
You guys,
81.
Is that yellow?
That's 91.
Oh, you would do double damage with that roll, but single damage is enough. I assume you don't want to kill him or crack his
I
neck.
don't want to kill him since
You have rendered him unconscious.
I think one guy left, I'll kill this other guy.
Just want to watch him.
Now, officially, all the guards have been rendered immobile. There's one dog at the front gate, and Nick's already moved. So now we have the Whisperer. You've been holding. Do you want to move?
I do.
Okay, that dog is directly in front of you.
Can we turn the lights back on now?
Move to the dog.
Okay.
And I am going to
We got the spotlight
You're
on.
gonna fight.
Tower, no?
Okay. What you're fighting?
Hold on. I'm not carrying anything.
Did you take any weapons?
We've got
Not yet.
You didn't buy. You guys didn't buy baseball bat, did you? Nope.
Not yet.
I did the cinch up like he's not a bad fighter.
Oh, okay. I have martial arts.
Well, he did roll 100.
State grapple, incredible dodging.
Yeah, martial arts, dude. What are you?
You got
It's only escape and grapple.
grappling. You can grab something.
Yeah.
Grapple.
But you could just you could beat.
I'm gonna beat him.
Okay. What's your fighting?
26.
So you get 2 attacks.
Fantastic.
You're all really good at fighting
I'm
now.
going to use my vibration on my fist.
Oh, you're gonna enhance your fist to make it do extra damage.
Hammer drill?
Yeah.
This is,
I call it here sonic fist. Ooh.
Oh.
I know. I know. Amazing.
His fury
I'm
sort
gonna roll
of catchy.
two, don't worry. What do I need for? D100?
D100.
Oh, fantastic. 17.
17 is a miss on a remarkable for green,
Yep.
but it's not a critical. But you get 2 attacks.
Yeah, no,
So try again.
29.
29. On a remarkable, you need 36 or greater. So you kind of did like you were warming up, like you did like a jab feint kind of deal,
little shadow box.
a hook
Yep.
jab.
Continue
You're
on.
gonna scare the dog away?
Dude, dogs are tough.
Continue.
Look what they've done to the nerd.
Power.
Do you want a free action, minor, anything?
No, I'm going to just sit here and be useless all day.
Alrighty. That leaves let's see, Max the Tank, I think.
Best laid plans suck.
Oh, Max versus the dog.
Max.
Or you're in front of the door to the bunker as
You all
well.
remember the 100 I rolled? Yeah, I do.
I want to see if the door's open.
100, it didn't count, right?
The door is locked. It's reinforced. It seems very, very heavy.
Oh, yeah, Max can't handle that.
What does the wall look like next to the door?
It looks like it is concrete masonry, maybe less heavy than the door.
No. Just open the door and we finish out here. I'm sorry, that's just looking for trouble.
I can't see anything else, so...
Max is still
You
strong enough. What are you doing?
can sense the dog. You can sense the dog's about. Oh, it's hidden behind your initiative tracker.
Yeah.
You really should move your initiative tracker to the farther left so that people can see stuff.
Mike, you're closest.
I've got it under control. 0, fail, dead.
There.
So where am I in relation to the dog?
So the dog
I can tell you that.
is
That's why I'm asking.
radiating.
I basically asked, where am I in relation to the dog?
See that right there?
Yep.
The dog is right in front of the Whisperer. And you are all the way over here. Look for the yellow. Got that? That's where you are.
Okay.
So you could guide them and say, Mike, rocket right towards me, or
Forward.
stop.
I don't think that's going to work well.
If you get a critical miss, you might hit the Whisperer.
It's okay, whatever.
That's right. I get 2 attacks. I know. Go for it.
Well, are you going to rocket there and then use melee, or are you going to rocket with one
I was
attack?
thinking running towards his voice
Okay.
and then pounding up the dog.
He's a little too far away to run. Maybe you could augment your speed with rocket. Try a new trick.
Okay? I'm willing to try that.
If you want to try that.
I'm willing to try to kind of let you use a short burst.
Exactly.
Speed walking.
Now, it's the first time you're doing this trick, so it might make it yellow,
Sure.
but it could be a new tool to add to your belt for the future.
So basically, I have
I have completed all the checkbox in my first done improvement
Oh, for which move?
for rocket.
So now whenever you do rocket from now on, you automatically get a +1. Automatic. What's that? Yeah, +1 column shift. Don't forget that. That's huge. You guys are finally getting into the mastery of your stunts.
Okay. My power stunt is called Team Ramrod.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Forgot about that.
okay. So does that helps me with my shift, right?
Yeah.
I decided to try this new thing.
Well, the new thing, we would make that a new stunt.
This will be a new stunt. So
The
we'll
team-
call this,
Ramming speed? I don't know. You gotta come up with a cool name.
yeah, I'm going to go for it. All right,
Reach around.
so, reach around.
I think he was already an expert at that. So.
All right, so so I need yellow, you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like I need at least the 66.
Will you use comma?
Yeah. I'm going to use 20.
Wow. All right.
No. No. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to
Please
use
talk.
I'm going to use 10.
Okay.
10.
He misses it by 10.
That would be pretty funny. So it needs a 56 or better. You got even odds.
Well,
And 46. The plus 10 is 64.
Did you seriously just miss?
Yep.
All right. Here's what happens.
oh.
You are going good. You run just at the point where you think you can run no farther. You give it like a little boost, and you are barely touching the ground, which doubles your speed. You think that you are perfectly lined up to be right in front, but then you accidentally give it a little more boost, and then you kind of overshoot, and you end up on the other end of the desert.
Does he pummel the dog?
Of the desert.
Does he pummel the dog in the process?
You're way over there now. You gotta even. Well, here, I'll keep it on the map for you, but there you are, right there. So it was very effective. It got you across, and you were on the ground for most of it, but you overshot. Now, next time something like this will be a green, and you can start adding up your greens and your yellows and your reds.
Is he on a landmine?
Oh no, he's not on a landmine. It was a straight line, thankfully, so he's still on the road. That would have sucked. That would have sucked. Who's next? Oh, the dog's next, and it's gonna bite into. Yes.
He could try.
He's got a 40. Amazing.
He could try.
68.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Well,
Yeah, that's a success. You take 8 points of damage.
fiddle faddle.
Oh wait, no, 15. The gun is 8. The dog is 15.
Fiddle faddle.
So he bites into your calf, and he's ripping left and right.
Big deal.
And the dog is done.
Okay.
Now you can't move more than 2 squares while the dog's on you.
Vibrated mouth. I'll blow him up.
Batman, you're up.
Does the dog actually have its teeth in?
It does.
Oh, okay. So I won't tell Ace it's a problem.
Well, you can telekinesis his jaws open and pull him
I'm
out.
just gonna try and vibrate his hair.
Okay, go for it. You are unaffected by the darkness. In fact, because it's low light, you get a +2 shift because it's easier for you to see. And it's green.
On my monstrous energy initiative.
Oh man, where does that put you at? Shift X.
Shift X.
That's like a god. That's like godlike
I
power.
mean, I already have my red. Come on. Roll somewhat low. 59. That's yellow.
That's
Roll X. That's yellow.
Yeah. All right. The
I have
dog.
my yellow on this.
You want to kill the dog?
No.
All right. You just knocking it out.
Who do you think we are, villains?
You feel the dog loosen its grip and then slump to the ground unconscious.
It seems to have a seizure.
Well, I can get a vibration.
That's actually detected.
Good.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Vibration.
Alright, we were probably unconscious. You put up tied off, put in the guardhouse. We let Whisper bury it in sand.
Bury guardhouse in the sand? Okay.
Just enough so they can't get out after we disengage the alarm.
Are you keeping track of your energy uses?
Am I doing that right now?
Oh, if you have no, no.
I can do that.
Yes, right now.
Okay, then I'm thinking we put them in the sand so they can't get out.
Okay.
And they can't call the alarm. And then we search for treasure traps.
Okay. On the guards,
I put up my 10 full.
You get your pistols.
is anybody keeping watch while you're doing this, or?
Watch them go.
Do I have a
Okay.
baton or a nightstick, perhaps, that I can swipe?
Yeah. You do find that 2 of the guards carry nightsticks.
I will take them.
You find 5 M14s. You find approximately 10 tear gas grenades. You have 4 broken mounted automatic weapons, which
No triggers.
are pretty heavy and they don't have triggers. But I imagine you could put those triggers back if you wanted to. And other than that, there's a phone. Inside they have wallets. You can find cash on them if you wanted to, and IDs. They have your uniforms, of course.
Okay, I fixed my arm. I bandaged up my arm.
As I said,
Do their ID
think
feel
they're
like
not
they
safe.
need to open this door? Is this door like got some like sort of badge or something?
You do find that the guard who was in the guardhouse did have a set of keys on them, and they look pretty big. You think they might fit the big door.
That should be all-
And Nick Fury,
Yeah.
just get over here. And he rips off some of the shirts from the fellas who were knocked out. And with expert treatment, it is clear that he's got some experience doing this. He wraps up your arm
Men's shirts off.
and applies pressure. The bleeding stops, and he sets it up pretty good. You no longer suffer a -1 penalty. He does a pretty good job. Clearly, he's got some skills in first aid.
Who wants to move the cars in front of the open gate?
I think you'd be setting up more of a noise. Somebody can see that from far. We got like 11 hours right now. I think we get in there, use those 11 hours the best we can. But you folks seem to be a pretty good team, and I know nothing about this place until today, so I'd follow your lead.
Do you want to build a little road line? They used to build
I check all the IDs.
You check all the IDs.
I'm looking for a guy named Samson.
Samson. Samson Smash?
Yes.
Sergeant Smash? None of these fellas are named Samson Smash.
Are any of them are female?
None of the guards are female. You see an assortment of names, mostly people who appear to live in Roswell or some of the surrounding areas. They seem like Joe Schmoes. All of them are military. They're all in the Army. You know, Private First Class Smith, Private First Class Anderson.
Go to the door.
No Jones.
So, okay, like any good video game, now we press save.
I grab one of the M4s
Okay.
and the grenade.
Everybody gets your...
You grab, everybody taking 2 grenades?
There's 10. You said there's 10. So
And Nick Fury, he doesn't need grenades.
he can have mine.
He is a great.
Okay.
Okay, the beer.
Near your bat bits? No, your bandolier did not make it. It was built after.
I make a bandolier and I put a grenade.
Okay, fair enough.
I do think one of mine.
An hour later.
Alright.
3 hours later. 3 hours forward.
So you're at the door? What are you doing at the door?
Knocking.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We are
What's the
knocking.
deal? Right, Mike? What's the
Right.
deal?
The listen deal. Assess.
I'll just have Josh emit light once again, so you can see.
Yes. Do we see any sensors, cameras?
You do not. One of the advantages of living in 1957, perhaps.
How does the door look like it works?
It looks like it will open outward, and you see a big hole where a key might fit.
Key. So we rifle through the key ring from the card?
You seem to find a key that seems large enough to fit the hole. Oh, can you guys hit okay?
Are you still there, please?
Okay, so we put a key in the door.
Fits perfectly.
And
Wait, I'm gonna
turn the lock.
It creaks slightly,
Okay.
and it appears to unlock.
Right. Does the door open or out?
Towards you.
Okay. So I tell everybody to get off to the back side of it.
Okay, is it clear?
And I pull the door open.
The door opens up, revealing a dark interior that does not quite seem to be perfectly like hewn, or it looks like almost natural. But in the distance, there's a hall, sort of a corridor, and you can see something dark and big in the distance. It looks like a giant sort of bulkhead.
Okay. So the hallway is lit.
Dimly lit. It's dark, but it is dimly lit.
Show us. Any of the guards have a flashlight?
No.
I can create a small.
Well,
check.
was there any flashlights in the guard towers?
Do everything. I see that.
You don't see any flashlights in the guard tower. Do you have those lights that all got blown? Those would have worked nicely.
Did any of the guards smoke?
Yes, every single one of them has lighters and cigarettes.
Great. I grab the lighters.
Well, can I just create a small charge bomb?
Yeah.
What's another charge?
When I create a small one, I have a charge.
Oh, okay.
As long if it's not emitting huge light, like 5-foot radius.
It's just small.
Yeah, like a lighter. Yeah.
It's a torch versus a lantern.
Okay, very good. If you take a look at the screen and scroll upwards, unless I can do this, let's see. I'm trying to orient it for you. Let's see if I can do this. There. It is very dark. You can vaguely make out the outline of a giant bunker door. There's a sign that reads Fallout with the common Fallout sign. There might be a computer and a keypad.
Computer screen.
There, you can see that. Okay, good.
It's a ball.
The walls are earthen?
They were, yep, they were.
Hallway, elf.
There's like a bank vault entrance.
Does it look gnome built?
It's huge. It's ginormous. It looked